Hey guys, what is going on? It's Jake, aka Parky1 here, and welcome to episode 5 of my Fleetwood Town career mode on FIFA 18. Now we're going to start today's episode with a slightly tough game against AFC Wimbledon. You can see here we're going with a normal formation, but Ryan Hardy starting up front. Devontae Cole is actually out on the wing for this game. AFC Wimbledon, on the other hand, have got Forrester, Appiah and Franco as their front three, with Oshilaja and Charles as their centre-back duo. Now, this is always going to be a tough game because AFC Wimbledon are quite a tough and brawn side. The chances actually start very early. Now, we're in the 5th minute as Bobby Grant gets the ball. He passes it out to Ryan Hardy and he actually makes it 1-0 straight away, passing it through the keeper's legs and running off in celebration to go right to some section of the ground. I'm not even sure which one it is, but thank God we're at home, because otherwise he would be getting berated by the away fans. And the whole team is over to celebrate with him, which is absolutely brilliant. But a brilliant through ball from the outside of the foot of Bobby Grant straight to Ryan Hardy, and Ryan Hardy buries the shot. But the thing is, Wimbledon weren't going to sit down, and it's ex-Bolton centre midfielder and a very unlikely goal scorer, Liam Trotter. Now, in the 11th minute, Liam Trotter made the game 1-1, and now that really surprised me. I was expecting them to come back and fight in the game, but I wasn't expecting Liam Trotter to do it. But it's a nice cut in from the wing, passed it straight across, and to be honest, anyone could be able to finish that, and Liam Trotter was in the perfect position. But in the 22nd minute, Ryan Hardy passed it off to Devontae Cole. A nice little fake shot on the edge of the box. Passed it off to Ryan Hardy, and he shoots it just past the right-hand post, even though the keeper was diving and wasn't sure whether it was going in or whether it was going wide. And a bit of confusion here with the centre-backs. Wes Harding actually loses out to Abdu. Abdu passes across, and George Franco hits the bar. Or I'm not actually sure. It might have been the corner between the bar and the post. And Fleetwood Town are really lucky not to go into the half 2-1 down. And that actually was the half-time score. It was 1-1. But anyway, we are at the hour mark of the first game of this episode. The ball is played off to Curtis Edwards. Curtis Edwards takes a strike from 18 yards, and it's a brilliant strike, powered straight into the bottom left corner. And he kisses his wrist in celebration and points up to the sky. And to be honest, I am really happy that the ball landed at the feet of Curtis Edwards. Now, a tiny little dribble, wasn't a quick one. He just walked his way up to the edge of the box and smashed it straight into the bottom corner. Now, Ryan Hardy plays it back to Curtis Edwards. Can he do it again? No, he can't, because George Long is there to make a brilliant diving save. Now, 5 minutes left in the game. Dean Parrott has the ball. Passes off to Lyle Taylor. Plays it to Andy Barcham on the wing. Cuts inside, and Forrester can't quite get it in. Luckily for Fleetwood, because of last-ditch defending. But Jordi Hurula passes it off to Bobby Grant. We're now in added time. He cuts inside on his right foot and he makes it 3-1. He extends the lead and makes sure that Fleetwood come away with all 3 points after scoring the 3rd goal of the game. And he seems to be running off there, but only one person's chasing him. But Bobby Grant has seemingly had a very good start to this career mode. And George Long there looking absolutely exhausted as he has had to save so many chances this game. But a simple cut in onto his weak foot, but that didn't bother him. He shot it straight into the side netting, an absolutely brilliant finish, making it 3-1 and the first win of this episode. Now we're on to the second game, and this is a local derby. You don't understand. Very early on in this career mode, before the transfer markets even closed, we are against Preston. And I tried a different formation. I tried my cup team. Ash Hunter, Hurula and Donahue up front. And this was kind of a mistake. I definitely underestimated this cup, because Preston put out a full strength side. Starting with Josh Harrop, and I noticed as well Vermeil was playing at right back. But we started out okay, 6th minute, until Godswill gave the ball away. And Joe Maguire luckily wins the ball back. Donahue plays in Ash Hunter, and Ash Hunter is stopped by a lovely save, pushing the ball over by Declan Rudd. Now, I can't say his name. Hugel passes off to Harrop. Harrop plays it back to Hugel. He starts running inside. He's got the beating of God's will, and he hits the underside of the bar. So lucky for Fleetwood to actually come away from that. He completely got the ball past Neil. Neil stood no chance, and it was only the bar that saved Town. Now Fleetwood are on the attack in the 22nd minute. Ash Hunter plays in Jordi Hurula. Hurula drags the shot well wide, and that really should have been 1-0. Like, considering the luck we had with the woodwork saving us last time, Hurula really should have taken his chance. But Sowerby plays the ball into Hurula. Hurula has another chance. He cuts inside, and another good save by Rudd. Look, unfortunately for Fleetwood and fortunate for Preston, a centre-back is quicker to the ball than Jordi Hurula. But Welsh has the ball here. Strong arms. Passes to Harrop. Harrop plays it back to Pearson. Back to Welsh where the move first started. Harrop again. And a brilliant save by Neil. But very slight defending from Glendon. Luckily nothing comes from it. And slight defending yet again. Joe Maguire loses the ball in the box. A nice back heel, and he easily slotted that in to the near post, which seems a quite OP style of finishing this year. An absolute brilliant pass here, back heel, and Chris Neil for some reason cannot get down to his near post, and it's actually Hugo that puts them ahead as Bailey Cargill isn't tight enough to his man. Now Hugo comes again in the 65th minute, passes off to Tom Barquis in the former COD, and he hits both posts. I was going to say the inside of the right hand post, but he hits both of them, and they have a second chance there, but it's just over the bar. Now Fleetwood, obviously feeling the strain, George Glendon powers forward, comes within 30 yards of the goal, still carries on, passes the ball off to Jordi Hurula on the wing. Hurula cuts in, and a brilliant save by Rudd, pushing it wide. Unfortunately, Burns couldn't actually get onto the ball, and that is how the game ended. We are out of the Carabao Cup in the second game in the second round, thanks to a John Hugill goal for Preston. Now for the final game of this episode before we actually go to transfer deadline day, and it's a game against Bristol Rovers. Now they've got Rory Gaffney, they've got Liam Sercombe, Chris Lyons, they've got Ryan Sweeney. Like, they've got a very, very strong side, and we are fielding our best side. We have got Hardy up front, Cole on the wing, McElhaney, Grant, Dempsey, Edwards, Bell, Bolger, Harding, Coyle. Everybody's in for this game because we really need to win this one. And we're starting off very early on here in the 3rd minute. Now Dempsey passes it off to McElhaney. McElhaney plays it into Hardy. A nice little touch past the defender and a decent save. Unfortunately, Cole could not get onto the keeper's deflection, and it's kicked behind for a corner. Now, we didn't have another chance for 20 minutes, but Bobby Grant plays through Conor McElhaney in the 24th minute. It seems like he has enough time, and he definitely does, as he finesses the ball right into the top right corner. There's nothing the keeper could do. The defender tried with all of his might to stop the striker, but unfortunately for him, and I keep saying unfortunate because it definitely is, the defender cannot stop Conor McElhaney. Now you see him here, the defender's well out of place, another defender slides in, he mistimes it, and Conor has a straight shot at the top corner. Now nice little play in the middle of the park, the ball ends up with Liam Sercombe, pass off to Clark, Bill Bowden gets the ball on the left wing. Coyle actually wins the ball back. Bowden wins it back off him, crosses it in, and Rory Gaffney heads the ball past Cairns in the net, making it 1-1 in the 39th minute. Now, that is very poor. Like, he shoves off Bill Bowden, but then just gives the ball straight back, and it essentially makes their goal, crossing it into Rory Gaffney, and that's how the first half ended, 1 apiece. But in the second half here, you didn't see a chance for 30 minutes there, but Bobby Grant plays through Ryan Hardy, and Ryan Hardy, just like the Conor McElhaney goal in the first half, finesses it right into the top right hand corner of the goal, and it is a very sweet finish. And that seemingly came out of nowhere, considering we didn't have a chance for the first 30 minutes in the second half. There was, for some reason, no defenders. They were all on Bobby Grant. Ryan Hardy had a lot of free space, and he just walks the ball towards the net and finessed it right to the top corner. But with 5 minutes left, Grant plays through Hardy again, and it seems like those two are the main men in this club. Grant the assister and Hardy the finisher. that seems like the dream duo for the start of the season. And as they go and celebrate towards the Bristol Rovers fans, obviously aggregating them even more as they score the third Fleetwood goal of the game. And it's a nice little ground cross straight to Hardy, who taps the ball past the keeper, who probably could have done a bit more. But that is it for that game. It ended 3-1, and that is absolutely brilliant for Fleetwood. We're back on the winning track. Now on to deadline day, and we've got a loan offer for Ash Hunter, and it's from Crew Alexandra. And I was kind of umming and ahhing, and then I realised that Ash Hunter has actually been in my plans quite a lot, so I rejected that loan offer. And we carried on simulating forwards, and we're now 6 hours left, and another thing comes in, and it's an offer for Nathan Pond. Deleted that straight away. You are not having my captain. Not a chance. We're down to 5 hours now, and 4 hours, nothing actually comes through. And then all of a sudden, 3 hours comes. Big deal. 770,000 from Lincoln City. They want Devontae Cole. Now, I was in a dilemma here. I wasn't sure what to do. I ended up delegating it, and I said, right, ask for £1 million. And don't get anything less than 900,000. 900,000 is the minimum I will sell Devontae Cole for at this point in the career mode. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting what happened. Like, what happened next anyway. With 1 hour left, no reply. And then I was like, right, the deal is not going through at all. And then the clock struck 12. I thought it was all over. And it was. Devontae Cole stayed a Fleetwood player, and I was letting out a sigh of relief. You don't realise how big of a deal Devontae Cole will be in this career mode and up in the next episode, so make sure you tune in for that. Anyway, if you like this episode, make sure you drop a like on the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more career mode content. And you know what, guys? See you later.